Someone had $200 left. Fees took $180. The 20 that survived couldn't cover one small charge, so that charge triggered one more fee. That night, they went to bed hungry. Not because of what they bought, because being low was the thing that got charged. They posted that math online like a confession. If you've ever stared at a statement like that and decided the problem is you, stay. This video is about the machine underneath that sentence, and this time, we're opening it up. Here's what that statement doesn't show. It doesn't show the paycheck that landed 2 days late, the shift they picked up, the rent that rose before the income did. Your low balance has a story. The system doesn't read the story. It reads the balance. And when a balance gets close to zero, the label changes. Not irresponsible, not lazy. Risk. And finance has one simple habit. When it sees risk, it adds a price. High balance, the risk gets absorbed. Low balance, the risk gets billed. So today we open the machine, gear by gear. 3 mechanisms, real numbers, including the actual rule that decides which fees you can block and which ones you can't. That statement looks like a report card. By the end, it will read like something else. Not why you're broke, why being broke gets billed. Start with a picture. A checking account holding $40. A payment comes through for $50. It bounces. The bank charges a returned payment fee, $28. Now the account that couldn't afford $50 is down to $12. The next small charge arrives. It bounces too. Another $28. The account goes negative. And negative accounts collect fees of their own. One person described watching exactly this happen. 28 became 56. 56 became a $1,000 hole. Because the work that fed the account had dried up, and the fees kept feeding anyway. Notice what just happened. No purchase was punished. There was no purchase. The fee charged the gap itself. Not having enough, that was the billable event. And every fee widens the gap that triggers the next one. And here's where the story stops being personal. Because this doesn't hit everyone equally. You've probably assumed it does. Spread out, random, bad luck. It isn't spread out. Federal researchers ran the numbers on who actually pays these fees. 9% of accounts pay 79% of all of them. 9% of accounts, carrying almost 4/5 of the total. And inside that 9%, the median cost runs $380 a year, just in fees. The machine isn't sampling everyone equally. It's parked on one street. If your chest tightens somewhere in that math, that's not because it's news. It's because it's familiar. And now you know it isn't just your house. Somebody in a comment section compressed this whole gear into one line, and no writer could do better. The penalty for being broke is being more broke. The second gear begins after someone tries to fix it. They call the bank. They say, if my account can't cover it, decline it. Let the card get rejected at the register. I can survive the embarrassment. I can't survive the fees. The bank says that's done. And for a while, it feels done. The card declines a few times. It stings, but nothing new gets charged. Then one morning, the account is negative anyway. A fee sits on top of it. $35 is the median at the big banks. Like the phone call never happened. They check the account. They didn't buy anything. A gym membership renewed itself overnight. So what happened to the block? Here's the mechanism. Behind that phone call is a real law. Since 2010, a bank can't charge an overdraft fee on an everyday debit card swipe or an ATM withdrawal unless you opted into that coverage. The default is no fee. The card just declines. So the door has a lock. The lock is real. But read what the lock covers. One-time card payments, ATM withdrawals. That's the list. Checks, not covered. Some bank-to-bank transfers, not covered. And the big one, recurring payments. The gym, the streaming bundle, the insurance draft. Anything that charges itself month after month. The rule was never built to stop those. So when that payment slid through, it wasn't breaking the rule. It was walking through the part of the yard the fence never reached. That's the moment self-blame gets its hooks in. Because you did the adult thing. You called. You built the fence. And the bill still got in. So you stop asking, how do I fix this? And start asking something quieter. What is wrong with me? Wrong question. The fence was real. It just never went all the way around the yard. Third gear. 2 accounts. Same bank. Same name on both. Checking nearly empty. Savings holding a small cushion. The checking dips. The bank reaches into the savings and pulls money across to cover it. Your money, moving between your own accounts. A 10-foot trip. And at some banks, that trip has long carried a fee of its own. $10, $12 printed right there on the fee schedule. One commenter put it plainly. You're using your own money and you still get hit with the fee. Now zoom out. The transfer fee is one tile in a bigger pattern. When a balance is high, money moves quietly. Fees get waived. Minimums disappear. Grace periods stretch. When a balance is low, the meter turns on. Maintenance charges because the balance dipped under a line. A price to access, to move, to touch what's already yours. Same dollar, same person, different price, because the signal changed. The less money you have, the more it costs to use it. And if the meter runs long enough, the price stops being a fee. It becomes a file. If the fees stack deep and the account can't climb back to zero, the bank closes it and reports it. There's a registry banks share called Checks Systems that keeps a record of how your accounts have ended. An unpaid overdraft can sit in that file for about 5 years. So you walk into a different bank. Fresh start. The file walks in first. Application declined. The federal agency that studies these fees has its own phrase for where this ends. People get priced out of the banking system. Not pushed out, priced out. None of this is hidden, by the way. Every fee in this chapter sits in plain sight on the bank's own website. It's just that nobody reads their fee schedule until the fees start reading them. So, why? Why does the machine run this way? Not malice. The machine doesn't know you. Arithmetic. Look at the scale. Even after years of banks cutting them back, people in this country still paid $5.8 billion in overdraft and bounced payment fees in a single recent year. Before those cuts, it ran 11, 12 billion. And federal researchers found fees like these made up close to 2/3 of all the account fees banks reported. Plain language. A low balance account doesn't earn the bank much. There's not much in it to put to work. But it still costs something to run. Somewhere, a spreadsheet has to balance. The fees are how it balances. And they collect exactly where the cushion is thinnest, because that's where balances cross zero. That's the whole engine. No villain in a back room. A rule, a fee schedule, and a balance crossing zero. Now go back to the person from the beginning. The $200. The $180 in fees. The hungry night. For a long time, they read that statement like a report card. Every fee line, a red mark. Every red mark, a verdict. You are bad at this. But a report card grades what you did. Look at this page. The cascade. The half-covered fence. The meter that runs faster the lower the balance falls. Those aren't grades. They're charges. That's not a report card. That's a receipt. A receipt for one thing, itemized 8 different ways. The balance was low, so the risk got priced, and the price was mailed to you. And that price has a name. Not bad with money. The risk price. The risk price is what a system charges for reading you as a risk. It's the one cost on that page that has nothing to do with your character. Receipts have one strange mercy. They don't judge. They just show what you were charged for. You were charged for being low. That's the whole entry. None of this makes the fees disappear. The fence is still half a fence. The meter is still there. I won't pretend otherwise. And I'm not here to sell you a trick that beats it. This is just the part where you put down one specific weight. The next time a statement stacks fee on fee on fee, you're allowed to read it accurately. Not as proof of who you are, as a receipt for what you were priced. You were never bad with money. The machine priced you as risk and mailed you the receipt.